Hi, my name is Marissa Herrera, and I am the director of Boxing Rabbits. It's an honor to bring a piece to you that was written by a Latina, directed by a Latina, and performed by a Latina to you. And it's a reminder that there is nothing like the relationship between a mother and a daughter, and that there is nothing like the relationship between a mother and a daughter.
Hi, my name is Daniela Bailes, and I'm the writer of Boxing Rabbits. As a Latina writer, it's my first time working with a Latina director and an all-Latina cast, but I know it's not my last.
Jesus Christ! I have but one prayer. Just let us make this delivery on time.
You're going to invoke Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior, over what? Tube steak?
Hot dogs. No one calls it tube steak anymore.
Yeah, well, that's what we used to call it growing up. It was a big treat. We used to eat them raw in the backyard.
Sounds feral.
Dang, girl. We just got passed by a school bus. Had to stop and pick up that little chunky kid in the wheelchair along the roadside. Yeah, they had to put down the ramp and everything. Yeah, moving too slow. You want me to drive?
No, Mom. I got this. Isn't that the point? Of being a team, long hauls, taking turns?
Yeah, what's the point in having you take a turn when I can't even smoke? Who made up that rule?
I did. This is your rig, your cabin.
Go on.
But these are my lungs. Bad enough sharing that little apartment all those years. I sounded like a coal miner in high school.
Yeah, I gave you those lungs. Besides, you love that little apartment. It was over the corner grocery store.
It was a liquor store. What?
Keep your eyes on the road.
What?
All right, it's just one. So I could sleep. I never could sleep well on the road, and not since they made me get rid of my dog.
Christ. Mom, you promised.
Why do I have to act different just because you're around, huh? And another thing, seeing as it's empty, I'm gonna use it for my chaw.
Ah, disgusting.
If it ain't dip, it ain't shit. That's something your father used to say. Hey, up on the left, look, rabbit farm.
What's it? For kids? Like a petting zoo or something?
Zoo? Oh, rabbit's good meat. My grandmother, she kept a few. When I'd visit her in Puebla, when she had some bunnies that were fighting and didn't want to get along, she'd put them in a box together and shake it.
What'd that do?
Bonded them for life.
Right before she ate them?
Oh, rabbit's good meat. She kept them as pets.
What were their names?
Yogi, Boo Boo.
Liar.
Hey, I wanted to tell you stories with happy endings. Hey, growing up, what was the one I used to tell you about the mom, her little girl? They lived in a castle.
That suspiciously sounded like our apartment. What kind of castle has shag carpet?
And they lived happily ever after. Always ended it the same. It took me 3 states to work up the courage to say this to you. I'm sorry about that night.
Don't.
He was your father, I know that. But I couldn't take it anymore. After you'd go to bed, I'd hear that lock click and he'd start up. Hey, why are you making eyes at that cab driver? At the bus boy? The goddamn mailman? My nose never did heal right. You know, in the beginning, I gave it right back. But after a while, I hear that lock click. I'd start shaking.
You don't have to.
I know why you agreed to do this after not coming around all those years. You needed the money. I mean, we never had nothing after his death, and I thought if I paid for your license, I could give you a career. I could give you something.
So now, 20 years later, you want to talk about that night? I didn't bring this up. Okay, let's get that straight. You did. I came downstairs, saw you and him struggling with the gun. You got it first. You always were fast. You fired it straight into him from what, 2 feet away? Nobody comes back from that. But then, you pointed the gun away from him, aimed it at the wall, fired a second shot. It sure made a nice little bullet hole. What I want to know is why.
I couldn't stand you to see you go into foster care. I didn't know what would happen to you if I was gone. You could have got stuck with weirdos or molesters.
Why did you fire that second shot, Mother?
So I could point to the hole in the wall. Officer, before I killed him, I fired a warning shot. I warned him.
We're here. Your nose never did heal right. Well, you want to help me unload, or are you going to make me do it on myself?